Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tonight's the night I'm breaking free. No change, no rules, just me. I've been walking in the shadows, waiting for my turn. Playing by the rules, but they got nothing left to burn. The fire's in my veins, now I'm done with standing still. Gonna climb this mountain, bend it to my will. They said, stay in line, just do as you're told. I was never made for life.
Welcome, everybody.
It's
here.
Victory song. I'm ruling my own world, lighting up the sky, turning all the doubts into sparks that fly. I'm running with the thunder, I'll never back down. Crown on my head, I'm alone in this town. I'm ruling my own world.
Happy Biz, what's up? What's up? Greetings. Greetings, Heidi, Debbie, Wifey, Tammy. Ah, look at all you do. Son of a gun. Doc Simon, what's up? What's up? What's up? Found you on YouTube. I appreciate you, guys. I appreciate you. Second time in chat? Yeah, I think I remember you. It's kind of hard to think, you know, you guys have been so blessed, you know, of such a blessing to me. It's really hard for me to remember almost 200,000 of you. Drink water and chat about iced tea and all that good stuff. Heck yeah. Fires and fire, inside. See, I keep telling people they don't want me to sing, but they want me to do it anyway, and I'm like, you really don't want to hear this. But who is ready to print some more stuff, learn a little bit about 3D printing and slicing? Because that's what we're doing tonight. I want to show you guys the results from the other day's prints. And talk about the failures. What is up, Brian? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome. Boom! Here's the captain. Oh my gosh, holy smoke. I'm doing well, doing well. So, yeah. We did our game stream this morning. We had a lot of fun. First time I played squads in quite some time. But things have gotten, the things from Monday stream got a little bit interesting when the prints that we were doing. So we were able to successfully get a USS Voyager print out. And it's just about the size that I expected and actually wanted, because we're going to create a mobile, is that what you want to call it? And this is going to go up. Yes, I do remember King Penguin. And we're going to put this up on the ceiling with other shits. Now we're trying to scale these to roughly what they would be, right? And the problem that we had was the Deep Space Nine that was printing on the big printer. It failed horribly. It was far too many. There was more, let's put it this way. There was more in supports than there was in actual model. And I struggled to figure out why. because it didn't look that way in the preview, and it actually did look that way. So I was like, okay, all right, well, we'll have to figure this out. Hello, everybody, first time chatters. What's up, everybody? Alan. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but thank you. Kitty Raccoon. Stretch. Tote 1969. Thank you. Yeah, 3D Life and stuff. Yeah, no problems. Hola, everybody. ¿Cómo está? All you people joining in. Lunak Machuk, if you're Klingon. You guys wondering, I'm actually wearing my wireless Lavir mic. And how do I sound? That's the real question, is how do I sound? I actually got some sound settings that work really well, that in my ear sounded really good. So it is. Saludos from Chile. Grazie. That's Italian. I keep screwing that up. It sounds really good. Awesome. However, the captain's yacht, if you guys are a Star Trek fan, the captain's yacht, the Picard's captain's yacht, this little guy right here, taking the supports off, the nacelles broke off. So we're going to have to fix that and glue them back on. But they turned out fairly well, as they be. So we're going to glue those back on tonight. Well, thank you. Something about my microphone. I'm not sure. I don't read Spanish very well, but I got the gist. So yeah, we're gonna do a few things here. Bert, what's going on? Hey, hola. And then while we are waiting for another print to start, we will put these things together over on the desk cam over here. But I wanted to show you guys something real quick instead of a live feed. I went through and I added all the 3 enders that I've got into one screen, so it's a little easier to get to. Andres, what's going on? Welcome, my friend. So this is the Ender Max, the 300 by 300 machine. And yeah, let's just ignore the webcam there for a moment. So here's one of the things that we got: movement out of range when we were printing the Deep Space Nine model. There are some of these Spanish speakers here. I know. And I love it. I honestly do. I'm trying to actually learn Spanish again. So you guys have to forgive me if I don't know it, if I can't catch it right away, but I'm trying. My high school Spanish, is un poquito bad. I don't know how to say bad in Spanish without actually using an insult. That's interesting. Aletanio, what's going on? Oh, look at all you people. You guys are awesome. I'm doing very well. The TikTok, yep. Thank you. But yeah, something like that. Pikachu 665, I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. Well, Mario's greetings. Remy, what's up? What's going on, Remy? Remy, what the heck does CRK stand for? I keep forgetting to ask. Do I play Mario Brothers? No, not anymore. I actually haven't played anything in Mario Brothers probably since the late 90s. You are Mexican? Congratulations. I honestly don't care where anybody comes from, as long as everybody's kind and just is cool in chat. And it's not to be an insult towards anybody, by the way. It's just, I don't judge where you're from, no matter what country you're from or what political, turbulence is going on or anything like that. As long as you're cool in my chat, I'm cool with you. Cookie Run Kingdom. Okay. Gotcha. You have bad English? Well, so do I. Welcome to the club. I'm an American. I went to public schools. We're not playing a game tonight, my friend. Yeah. I know what a game it is. It's just I wasn't familiar with the initials were. So, but your setup is insane. Well, I appreciate that. It's a lot of this is over a decade old, So, and since we're actually not here to talk about games tonight, we're going to try to stay on topic, which is maker content, 3D printing, and so forth. So I appreciate the question, but come back in the morning streams and ask that, and I will be happy to tell you. I got to try to stay on a little bit on topic a little bit because we run out of time very, very easily. So, I really, really just want to be able to impart some of the wisdom and knowledge that I have in things that I enjoy, such as 3D printing. So, yeah, this is the Deep Space Nine model. What I'm going to teach you guys to do is to split it like I have. Because it's going to be less supports. And overall, less material used to make it. And believe it or not, it'll end up being less time. Yes, I do play games in the mornings. It all depends. I will be playing Monster Hunter Wilds on Friday, I believe. So.
What? Did we just become best friends?
Yep. Inspired. Thank you for that prime sub. You only get one of those per month, and you gave it to me, and that is just awesome. So I'm going to teach you guys just a little bit of how to do this. So I'm going to create a new plate here. This is Orca Slicer, by the way. And this is a model that I got from the internet. I did not make this myself. Okay. So let's get rid of the scaling there. And what we're going to do is just simply right click on it. And we're going to hit Shift P. Really? Shift C, not Shift E. What's up, JPP? You running some PUBG with Melissa and Thorpe? Really? Cool. My audio went bad? Does my audio sound bad for everybody? Okay, so it's crackling. Okay. All right, stand by. So that was most likely, I just disconnected this microphone and turned on my other one. Most likely for the fact that I forgot to charge this thing. So let me put it on the charge and voila. Perfect. So tell me if that's any better or if it's still crackling. If it is, if still crackling, that's the stream then. That's not me. Holy smokes. Here. How about that? Is it still crackling? Adaxium, what's going on, my guy? What the heck is going on? Let me turn on the monitor. Let me hear myself.
Mic check, one, two. Okay, that sounds all right. Very weird. I'm not sure what was going on with that. It is what it is. All right. There we go. King Bob, what's going on? You're stuck in traffic. That sucks. That's just no bueno. That's just no bueno, everybody. By the way, guys, we are, oh my gosh, we are 26 people away from 74,000 follows on Twitch. You guys are amazing. You know, the wife and I were discussing this the other day, not to off, see, this lead me down a rabbit hole. We were talking about this the other day. There is almost 200,000 people between all of my social medias. And if I could get everybody to donate one of those, $1, just $1 US, I would be set for the entire year. If I could have somebody, if I could do that in 1 month period, just donate $1. I would be set for the entire year, even with PayPal fees. You get what, 70 cents off of a buck? Did I try turning it on and off again? Yes, I did. I'm the goat. Well, I appreciate that. I'm French. Really? I haven't gotten very many French people. That is just awesome that you're here. Thank you. Thank you, Lenny. But, I mean, what do you guys think about that idea? Just $1, just one time, $1. I was like, that is a fascinating idea. But it also reminded me of those pieces of mail that I used to get back in like the late 80s, early 90s. You know, send $1 to a friend. And then they send $1 to a friend. And then they send $1 to a friend. And they only do it to one person. And then that one person sends $1 back to the friend that sent it to them. And by the time you get done, there's people that were making like $100,000 a month off of that. I was like, that's hilarious. But of course, that was back when stamps were, 20 cents. So back to what we were talking about here. We're going to cut this space station up. So this is, like I said, this is Orca Slicer. And we're on a new build plate here. Wait. Okay, there, woof. I was like, where's my other cut? This is not good. Control C. So we cut one side of this off, as you guys can see. What we're now going to do is cut the other side off. No. Control Z. There we go. Let's get that axis right because I messed it up. All right, and then we're going to drag this over to where I can get just the tips. If you guys are wondering what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to get both the tips there. And we're just inside that line, so we got to do just a little bit more. Perfect. That's perfect right there. And then we're going to add connectors. So that when we put this back together, it goes back square. So circle. And 5 millimeters is what I put there. So we're going to add one right there. And one right there. Right there. Right there. And right there. Because the center is going to need the most support, right? That makes sense. Confirm connectors, and then perform cut. Yes. Let's fix that thing. And this is how you make objects that are far too large for your printer smaller so that you can print them. Milo, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you. All right. So then we're going to take this and we're going to move it over here to this build plate. And then we're going to turn it about 45 degrees so it fits properly. And voila. Now we have 3 pieces. Look at that. And this guy right here, all we got to do is have it orient to the bed properly like that. Now, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. And then let's see. Let's just spin it just a tad. And voila. Now we have such an amazing little 3-piece model here that we could actually cut up even further if we wanted to. But we don't need to at this point. Squid, what's going on? Sorry you're late. Well, you're never late. You're just on time. Legend, Keith, Sony, Barundan, Barundanga. Welcome. What are we printing? This is Deep Space Nine. We are printing Starships tonight, and I'm teaching you guys just a little bit about slicing software so that if you have a printer that can't hold the entire model, you can cut it up into pieces, just like I just got done doing. So let's take a look at the bottom sides of this. We could cut this one into another piece as well. This one right here. But why? What filament do you use? For models like this, since they're just going to be indoor, just cheap PLA, I would really like to exclusively deal with certain filaments, but we all know the monetary situation in the world right now, and I don't have a sponsor for filament, so I have to buy this with my own money. So right now it's a mix between Polymaker, Anycubic, who else am I using right now? Elegoo. Yeah, pretty much those. Oh, and Sunlu. And you know, I pretty much buy what's on sale for these models because they all get sanded down anyway. And I will be picking up some of the Polymaker Cause PLA, which is the coolest filament on Earth. It is so sandable. It's like easier than sanding a car. Digital Blade, what's going on? Welcome. What size is this printer? This one's the one we're going to be printing this on is a 300 by 300. So 260 is a decent size. Most of my printers are 220s, 220 by 220. But this one's 300 by 300 by 345. So it is this guy right here, the Ender Max Neo, that has been modded quite a bit, and it's going to get even more mods. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about making this printer an IDEX, which means it has 2 different print heads. Wouldn't that be cool? Suitcases. What are we talking about suitcases here? Oh my gosh. Squid, you do know that Sarah Boone's suitcase is me. I'm the dipshit behind that. All right. Welcome everybody coming in. All right, let's go to the global objects here. And let's lay in some support. Because we're going to need support. And we're going to use, actually, we're just going to use the defaults. Why not? Just the defaults. Yeah, email me or throw it to me on Discord, King Bob. Exclamation point Discord gets you into my Discord if you don't have that already. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. God, there's so many of you coming in. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't keep track of y'all. You guys are awesome. We are 4 people away from 74,000 followers on Twitch, guys. Gee, many crickets. I don't even know what we've got. We're like, that is 11.3 or 12.4. I don't even know what we have on YouTube right now, but I am so very thankful for each and every one of you. Let's do this. So I see an issue that I might run into. See you guys see these right here? You see these little guys? Those might get caught up in supports. So I'm gonna have to be very, very careful with that. $12.3, yeah. So thankful. I know, I saw that, Squid. Everybody, can we get Heidi? Can you throw Squid's channel in the thing? Wait, actually, I think this works. Why did it type it over there? Yeah, you got it. And I can't SUID. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I just can't do it right. I can't do anything right tonight. We're going to try, though. So let's get back to this right here so you guys can see what we're doing. Can I just remind? Live display, live display, live display. Just chatting, live display. Okay, so that's not working. So we'll do it manually. I need a stream deck, apparently. Because these things are just too slow. Already done. Guys, go give Squid a follow because she does some excellent courtroom reporting and also some really cool stuff with aviation reporting, accidents and so forth like that. I mean she reads the facts. It's not opinion. So yeah. It's the facts. What's written on paper from government officials. Anyway. So, oh, we got to change that. We don't want that on draft. Enable support true. And we might as well pick the color, but it doesn't really matter because this is only a single color printer. What's up, diadems? Yeah, I know. I like it. That was some pretty good stuff today, by the way. That was pretty good stuff. All right. And we don't need 15% infill on this because this is a small model. It's not a functional part. So we're going to go down to 8%. And we're going to leave it on crosshatch because that is the newest version. And apparently it prints really, really fast. So we'll figure that one out. And now here's the thing, guys. I don't recommend most people play with this setting. But this is me. I'm going to play with the setting. We're going to double stuff. Like an Oreo. Ba-da-ba-dum, ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-bum. Support, multi-material, others. And then, yes, we're going to make sure brim is enabled. Yeah, brim width is 5 millimeters. That's good enough. And we're going to reslice this puppy. How long have I been printing? Probably off and on for about 10 years now. Well, no, I would say about 9 years because I did buy one Ender 3 brand new. The rest of them I bought used. What's up, Booty? Booty, Booty, Booty. Interesting name, my friend. I don't eat dogs. Okay, that's perfectly acceptable to not do that. What are we printing? We are printing the first section of the Deep Space Nine space station from Deep Space Nine. And slice a plate. Something tells me that the program is not working. Something is telling me these truths are self-evident. Let me save this project. And we're going to save it. We're just going to save it in downloads right now. And restart this puppin program because it's being weird. Let's just get rid of all instances of this and restart it. And then we will start working on yet another ship. Excuse me. I broke it. Dang it, I broke it. You guys are awful. Leave me alone. Get some chill music going. Create new project, and we're going to open recent projects, and then it's not in the recent projects. So we're going to open a project that is in the downloads folder. What's up, MJ? Welcome, my friend. All right, we got this thing cut apart. We've got all the settings because they just came back into the program. One object was loaded as part of a cut object. No kidding. Okay, this is weird. Chat, it is not giving me why can't I slice it? Slice. Oh, here we go. Let's do this. Slice plate. What's going on here? Are we going to have to do this all over again? It honestly doesn't show anything on the plate. Okay, so it's going to do 2, but it doesn't do the first one? What the heck? Houston, we has a problem. Fix model. I don't know what the heck's going on. I should have known something was weird because they're almost hollow looking, and this is solid over here, so. Repairing. Wash up, mythical. Hey, look at that. Nope, still doesn't do it. What the freak? So we're going to have to redo this. What else are we making after this? Well, I'm glad you asked. We have a full week worth of Starships that we're doing. And after this, Delirious Carlitos, we're going to be doing some Star Wars and stuff. And then we're going to create a battle scene. I think that'll be fun. But I do have some mechanical stuff that I want to actually do. But, you know. I tell you what, though. Here, let me get this other slicer going here. I know a lot of people wanted to see Star Wars, like right off the bat. And I'm like, is Star Wars that much more popular? I don't think it is, honestly. I think it's that much more mainstream popular. But I'll tell you what we're going to do. Well, which one of the starships, though? That's the question. Havoc, you and I don't want to fight, man. You want E2C Hawkeye. Ooh. Can we do that? That's a good question. Let's go find out if we can find one. Granted, that it's a different type of ship. E. Not from printables, apparently. But let's go look at the Yegi search engine. I know it's a plane. It also helps if I spell Hawkeye right. Yeah. Yes, I can, in fact, make an E2C Hawkeye. Yes, the radar planes. Star Trek was written by a lunatic. Well, so was Star Wars, and then it got taken over by lunatics. The Millennium Falcon. Now, that's a good print, and I know that we can find that pretty easily. That was your plane? That's awesome. I actually know where there's one of these. Very local here, too. It's about 40 miles away from me. At the Akron, Colorado airport. It's a decommissioned version. Used by, it was used by NOAA. Roddenberry is a wacko. Roddenberry's dead. He can't be a wacko if he's dead. Lucas is just kind of weird. Are you kidding? George Lucas was nuttier than a fruitcake. And then he sold it to Disney, and then it just became all sorts of weird. No. I will tell you the real weird person in Star Trek, and that's going to be Mahal Barrett, Roddenberry's wife. He's a little weird. By like factors of 50. Then add most of the random portal that spawns Darth Vader Chihuahua. Oh my god. Let's see here. Star Wars. We have all sorts of stuff that we can print for Star Wars. I mean, I don't mind switching it up and, print some other stuff. Expired Thank you for that. Oh, wait, that was 28 minutes ago. Thank you. I'm not sure who just followed. Cool. Twitch Carmen, welcome. Welcome to the Makers Chat. Ooh. Look at that. That's for sale. An X-Wing. Let's go take a look at this X-Wing, see if it's any decent of a model. It's missing details, but it's not bad. One of the 5 named characters in Star Trek is the most desired human in... Okay, everybody already knows Havoc. Everybody already knows it's 7 of 9. Just saying. Actually, I don't find 7 of 9 that attractive. Jerry Ryan is a very strange individual, but... Oh, God, nobody thinks Kirk is the most desired human in the... No, hell no. Nope. Nobody thinks that. Only women from the 70s and 80s thought it. Free Yoda juice milk beer cup. That's gross. Have one or the other. Not all 3 at once. Star Wars Death Star lithophane lamp. That thing is really cool. The problem is it's very difficult to print, and it takes a very, very long time. But we were searching for X-Wings, so since that's what you were talking about. Someone talk to Havoc. No, we can't talk to Havoc. I mean, you know, he's got a fascination with, you know, and that's just weird. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. What do we got here? X-Wing desk toy. See, the problem with this is all these people put the stabilizers out. You know, it's not here. Okay, not stabilizers. The gun, the laser gun, whatever you want to call it. They put them on the model. You need to print them separately. They must be printed separately, or else they will break. What do we got here? Well, I grew up as a Star Wars and Star Trek kid, so... Oh, Creality Cloud. I haven't been here in like a hot minute. And the fact that they're charging for a model that is copyright, that could be very, very illegal. Whether you make it or not, if it is even remotely close to the original, that could get you in some sticky trouble. Here we go. Maker World. All right. Maker World tends to have decent models. Okay, look, there's some detail. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Let's get this puppy. I mean, I'm willing to print what you guys want. It doesn't have to be Star Trek. I just said Starships. Thank you for being here, my friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we're going to print this over on the FlashForge printer. Come on, you can do it. Okay, we got it. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. And I don't have a Bamboo Labs printer, so this is going to get switched back to this one? Or is it this one? The Kool-Aid Man riding a red B-Wing. Oh my gosh. Hilarious. That's hilarious. So the stand is the last thing we're going to print. I mean, come on. All right. This needs to be moved in. And then we're going to have to reorient these objects. There we go. So everything is on the bed. Look at that. That's beautiful. And change that down to 0.20. Change this down to 8%. And we're going to go crosshatch because it prints a little bit faster. By the way, 8% crosshatch is actually quite a bit stronger than regular Intel. All right, Squid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here. All right. And I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. We're just sitting and chilling and just trying to give you guys a little bit of instruction on how to do this stuff. Yeah, that's what we plan on doing. Is we plan on making a mobile to where all the ships can look like they're fighting. Supports. Enable support. And this one we're going to have to use snug because there's a lot of tight spaces that those are going to be in. And auto brim. Quality 0.20, seam position all aligned. That'll work. And we're going to use arcane because we have a lot of varied distance and elevated lines. Human crickets. Guys, if you guys with allergies have just been kicking your butt this year, it's like worse than normal for me. I just don't understand it. By the way, everybody, this stuff does cost money, and I enjoy doing it for you guys, but I'm running out of printer chow. And I had to spend what was left of the little bit of the money in my business account to buy some more. I bought 2 rolls. They were arrived today. So if you guys don't mind, you know, exclamation point tip, and you can help a brother out, or exclamation point gift, and you can buy some right up on Amazon and have it delivered to my house. I like printer chow. Are you guys ready to start this print? I am. And of course, every single time I restart this program, clear the bed, print plate. I don't think there's any. What the heck is on? Oh, it's uploading the file. Should be gray that's up there. Yeah, it is. So this will get printed out in gray. I'm broke, so am I. And you know, I'm not shaming anybody if you can't. I'm just saying if you got a few extra bucks, I appreciate it. If not, it's okay. We figure it out. Why won't this thing stay in my ear? All right, so let's get over the 5M cam here. I mean, don't put yourself in a position where it will hurt you. Believe me, that's the last thing I want. That is the very last thing that I want, is for people to have to stretch themselves out to where they just can't afford things. And because I'm already right there. So, you know, you just being here helps the channel immensely. The content has automatically been translated. Es German. It was a German, das Model. Wird mit her unique in Führen und Comet. Yeah, it's German. Gato, I appreciate you, my friend. I am doing better than I was, that's for sure. Thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you. All right, so we've got that started. So I'm going to go work on this real quick. And we're going to go to the Ender Blue. And then we're going to get... Oh, wait, I'm going to have to replace Filament on that thing before I start a print on it. You found me scrolling here. Well, and said, well, I appreciate you. See, that is what happens. That's what means the most to me. You know, like, subscribe, follow, share with your friends, all the good stuff like that. You understood that German? Yeah, the dude said, the dude literally said, I make this model. Roughly translated. Antonio, what's going on? I'm in. Well, there's also a lot of women in chat, so be careful there, my friend. They might beat our butts. You're redeeming a stretch right off the bat. I mean, okay. All right. One of these days I'm going to do that, and I am going to fall over. What's up, Fondant? How you doing, buddy? Hope you've been safe on the road. Okay, now we got to go back to the Deep Space Nine model, y'all. So you guys can watch this thing start printing real quick while I figure this out, because I got no idea what the heck. Why did this do this? All right, we're actually going to start all over. We're going to go File, New Project, Don't Save, Discard. Okay, New 3 Max, okay. You made you the Cheetos man making Cheetos? That's awesome. Right, let me show you guys the actual size of this puppy. Wait, Defiant Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 fixed. Oh, that's the Defiant. I was like, what? Where is... There's my Deep Space Nine. You don't speak English, but you try to understand because you're meant. Well, I appreciate you, Mika. Gracias. All right. So All right. We'll attempt this once again. So let's, while that thing is doing its thing, what is going on with my internal network is lagging like mad, y'all. I don't stream tomorrow, actually, Delirious. I may do an early morning game stream, and that will be at noon Eastern. So 10 a.m. my time, but noon Eastern. I may or may not. Normally, I don't stream in the mornings on Tuesdays and Thursdays, or in the evenings for that matter. It's usually my day to make content, but it depends on how I feel. So I may, so keep an eye out. Tomorrow will be a PUBG day if I play, because Friday is going to be Monster Hunter Wilds with my kid. So, all right, let's try to cut this puppy up. All right, let's try to cut this puppy up again. So, we're gonna do. You know, it would help if I would just stop messing around. So let's do this. Let's cut it into multiple sections and multiple pieces. No. So we're going to cut that right there. Right? All right. You guys got that? And we're going to add connectors. And we'll make these 4mm. Depth of 4. And size of 4. And for each of these piers, we're going to add 2 to keep it in alignment. Yeah, you guys got that? Oh, this always gives me fits. And then we're going to do the same thing on this one. And we'll spin the plate around and do it again. And these just allow for proper alignment when you glue the model back together, everybody. Got to see me another time. All right, Delirious, thank you for being here, my friend. Steva, welcome. Oh, we've got the one in the center. Confirm connectors. And perform cut. Cancel. Oh my God, did I really just do that? No, I didn't. Well, we're going to leave it as is and see what happens. So let's add a new plate. And we're going to leave the original over here. I like it. I like it. And believe it or not, other than the supports for the centerpiece, which we can move, that's going to be fun. Oh my gosh, Fondant. I am sorry to hear that. All right, so let's do this again. We're going to cut it just above right there. Add connectors. Yeah, I mean, hopefully you're on some good meds. So that just does not sound good at all. All right. Confirm connectors. And perform cut. Nope, don't care about the non-manifold edges right now. We're going to try something, and we're going to print it in a smaller scale, but add a new plate here. I have the original down here, because look, everything is in dark now, instead of being see-through, so this works out well. What's up, Windows XP? Good to see you. It's been a hot minute. All right, now we're going to do this one more time, maybe two more times. You know what? Let's just add 3 plates. So let's do a cut on the object, but this time we're going to do it stupidly. All right. Jesus. There we go. Put that on a 45 or a 90, whatever. There we go, 90 degrees. Then we're going to pull this out. So I want it to match up just on the inside of that right there, just so we make it a little bit smaller, right? And then, of course, we have to add our connectors. Oop, oop. No. Crap. I hit the X. Don't hit the escape key, by the way, everybody. That breaks the whole cycle of this. All right. Let's do this again. All right. Edit connectors. Move the connectors off of this. So these need to be 3 millimeter. There we are. Hmm. Confirm connectors and perform cut. There we are. Mima, welcome. Hello. How are you all doing? Console. All right. Perfect. So, one of the things this actually does, everybody, is it. Come on. Come on. There we are. Now move that down. Is this actually allows you to print with less risk of failure. You want me to stretch? Okay, we stretch. Ah, yeah. All right, so we got what? Let's do one more cut. I think will be good. Will be good enough. Maybe two. So let's do that. Control C. Hmm. I think if we went right down the center like that, that would be perfect. Two more parts right there. I think that'll work just dandy, y'all. Now we are going to have some issues, but I'll have to deal with that as we print it out. Confirm connectors, perform cut. Let's just get her done. There we are, chat. There we are. Grant, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here, my friend. Appreciate everybody. By the way, everybody, if you got that Twitch Prime sub, I wouldn't mind if you wouldn't give that to me, because guess what? You don't have to pay for that, and that does help the channel out greatly. I appreciate you. Love you all so much. Yeah, I know. I'm grifting like mad, guys, but, you know, it's close to the end of the month, and I got to get all those subs in. That way, you know, Twitch will actually pay me. So the reality we've got here, Brian, what's going on? Brian, CM10, thank you. We're going to have some weird issues in printing this no matter what, because this is a space station that is huge, but we're trying to use as little support material as possible. So this one right here, let's see what happens if we auto orient it. Okay, it wants to stand up. Let's do audio. This one wants to be printed in this direction. Your printer, the slicing software will tell you which direction your printer wants to print things in. See, just like that. It flipped that upside down. Oh, okay. It's just a PTFE tubing hitting the plate there. So we're going to go ahead and start off and print this little section here. No. I want you to leave my edges alone, dang it. Fonte, welcome. Andreo, thank you, welcome. All right, chat. Alejandro. Sorry. My gosh. My bad. I didn't see the full name. Alejandro. Yeah. I'm gonna go away for a minute. No, I'm not. I'm still here. By the way, wifey, what are we doing for dinner tonight? Oh my God. It's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a great night. So let's just go over our settings here, everybody. Boy, just subscribe. Thank you for your subscription over there. I'm not sure where you subscribed to, but you did, and I appreciate that. Okay, same thing as the last. Make sure we have this set to arcane. Yes, we does. And support. We're gonna make default supports. Debbie's gotta go fix Everett. Yum. Okay. And this right here, support independent layer heights. This is a pain in the butt. It's to support customizing Z-gap and save print time. Yeah. No, I don't like that. I don't like it. And let's get the brim going here. Slice this plate. And we're going to get this one printed. Big T, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm off the camera for a minute, but don't let that bother you. All right. So, see, you guys remember what I was telling you about this centerpiece here being a pain in the ass? It's going to be a pain in the ass to get that off of there without breaking those, but we'll give it a shot. But I do know that I don't want those supports. We're going to have to change that. Let's go to tree. Doing well. Doing well. We've got, let's see. We've got a print going on over here, which is a X-Wing. TIE Fighter. Yep. Star Wars stuff. And then we're building Deep Space Nine over here, what I was just doing. Getting that ready to print. See, this is much safer. Why is my PT? We'll get this print going here. Let's just make sure everything's kosher with the device. Yes, it is. Home the printer. You got to get surgery for your wrist, but you don't know when. I am so sorry to hear that. I probably need to as well, but I'm putting it off for both wrists. My wife and I know I have carpal tunnel, but the surgeon says I don't. Excuse me. And then I ask him, well, why do I have bumps in my wrist? And why does my wrist, both of them hurt so damn bad? I'm like, well, you know, my doctors are morons. I don't mean to disparage all doctors, but my doctors are definitely morons. All right, so we spent time getting that done. Hour and 15 minutes getting 2 prints started. Oh my gosh. Too much alone time. Probably not really a Havoc. I don't forget alone time. Santiago, good night from Argentina. Well, thank you, my friend, for being here. I appreciate you. Why did I not see that earlier? Okay, so we've got Deep Space Nine going, so we can go over to that printer and we can watch it start. Well, it's going to take a minute because it's still warming everything up. That printer takes a bit to warm up, everybody, because, I mean, 300 by 300 is a big build plate, and it's not a big heater. So, in the meantime, you don't have to say sorry, Havoc. I knew what you were talking about. Heidi was just shocked. She hasn't heard anybody talk like that in forever, which is a complete lie because she's in chats where people talk like that every single day. I mean, that's a big T, exactly. I mean, that's the way my doctors are. It's like, you know, I got one doctor that says I need this done. I got another doctor that says I don't. And yeah, I just get so frustrated with doctors anymore. You know, I got one doctor that says I can make everything better. I can, you know, take care of your back so you can get back and doing work and so forth. And I'm still sitting here. They still haven't fixed my back. That's why it's called practicing medicine and not doing medicine. Although my wife has a doctor named Dr. Doing. You guys want to know what his initials say on his prescription bottles? His name is Anthony. It says Doing AMD. Right on the prescription bottle. Funniest thing I've ever seen. All right, I gotta change the filament in that printer, so it's gotta warm up here. I am not kidding about that either. His name is Anthony Doing. One of these days, I'll grab one of her old prescription bottles and blur out all the personal information and show you guys, because it's hilarious. Hey, look, the 5M is just like finally going nuts. It's going so fast that the camera can't keep up with it. So as of this moment, I need 1, 2, 3 more USB cameras instead of using these stupid cell phones because they just lag so much. That or, you know, 3 or 4 Sony A6000s. That'd be good. Well, see, Heidi, that's what I believe is going on with part of me. And yeah, they won't even do it. It takes an act of Congress for them to get them to do a scan of my neck, much less my head. Greetings, nice to meet you from Argentina. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. I'll be back on camera in a minute, everybody. You know a doctor that was going to make a website that was the first two initials and her last name? Oh my God. Did she honestly not think about what that would say? Devin West, 23. Am I a veteran? No, in fact, I am not. I never got the chance, the privilege to serve the U.S. military. There we go. I'm back. Where is this stuff? Diclofenac sodium is your good friend. Yes, I do make stuff for veterans. I have a lot of friends that are veterans. I am a huge supporter of the U.S. military. So, my country's armed forces. So I absolutely do make things for them. But sadly, this is a story I want to tell everybody. I actually had about 2 or 3 dozen requests for the Veteran Edition, our emblems, that was shown in that Kind Penguin video. And when I started talking to people, I found so many people that wanted them, because I said I would give them away for free on stream. And I had to turn away so many people that were honestly, they were stealing valor. Devin, I don't charge for them at all. Join my Discord, send me a DM. I'll ask you a few basic questions, and as long as the answers do check out, because here's the thing, folks, 90% of my friends in real life are military veterans, and I know how to tell a real veteran from stolen valor. I don't ask for DD 213 or anything like that. Just a few basic questions, because I don't want people taking advantage of something that I do as a thank you. And Devin, thank you for your service. So you went your retirement gift. So you went officer? Yeah, the 214, baby. You know, I want those emblems to go to people that are absolutely real veterans. I mean, Big T, that's a heck of a pedigree right there. One of my grandfathers served in Guam. Another one served in World War II and Guam. And I had an uncle that was civilian side of the Army Corps of Engineers. That's history to be proud of, honestly. I mean, even here on YouTube, most of the people I hang out with are military veterans. We speak the same language. I've never got the chance to serve, but I know what the struggle is. All right. Your uncle served in Vietnam. He's still alive. That's amazing. Arguably, no matter what anybody thinks of that particular combat zone, you still had to support the troops, and Americans at the time didn't, because they were fighting the government. They forgot about the people. And I don't care about the government side of it. The people are what matters. Migraines forced you out of the Navy. That happens. I know. I got a couple friends of mine that had some muscle and joint issues. They were forced out of the military services. Sibling was in Air Force. I don't know if that's any better than the Navy. Guys, if you guys don't know this by now, I will tell you this. I love picking on the Air Force and the Navy. Not that they're any less of branches of the military. I just love picking on them. Because it's fun. The stereotypes are real when it comes to certain branches of the military. When they say jarhead, yes, Marines are jarheads. They do eat crayons. I've actually seen this in real life. But they are some of the most courageous individuals on the planet to do what they do. The U.S. Army, absolutely the muscle behind everything. And according to the U.S. government, the fodder. But we're not going to get into that discussion. The Air Force, the flyboys, the ones that get to sleep in hotels where everybody else is in a tent. Why does that happen? That you were 5, you wanted to be a submariner? Ah, heck yeah. So when I was 18 years old, I actually applied for every branch of the U.S. military, including the Coast Guard. That was when the Coast Guard was still part of the military and not part of Homeland. Yep, now I belong to Chair Force. Exactly. Although I actually did about 3 months ago apply for a civilian position in Space Force. Sadly, that would have required me to move to wherever they're going to headquarter that, and there's no idea what that is. You're really into history, Big T? Me too. U.S. history and military history especially. And believe it or not, and everybody's going to laugh at this, I swear you guys will laugh at French military history. But yeah, when I was 18, I applied for every branch of the U.S. military, and I was rejected from every single one of them. And they said, well, it's because, you know, and I was in top shape at that time. I just had many medical issues. I mean, I wasn't overweight or anything like that. It is what it is. What do you mean links aren't working? They should, the bot ! Discord should pop up. What the heck? Hold on. The bot does not seem to be working. Let me go find out what's wrong with the bot, y'all. Chat bot. It says Twitch and YouTube are both active. Copy link. Here. No, that's not what I typed in there. You stupid, stupid thing. Copy link. What is this thing doing? Oh, Wes got to me, yeah. Wes, you didn't have to send me your ID, bro. Send me your address. You just took all my questions away. You made my fun go away. Because my back. Big T. King, you're talking to King Bob. Why the freak? I don't even want to know what's going on with. See, I don't even know. Welcome from France. Hello, my friend. I don't know anything in bonjour. That's about all I know in French. Elroy, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Let's check in on the other printer, guys. It's printing. It's printing. What on earth? Oh, God. Oh. It shouldn't look white. It's just a reflection. No big deal. Well, welcome, my friend. Thank you. Muy bien. Gracias. Well, that's probably true, King Bob. I mean, if the things in our lives, everybody, think about this for a moment. If the things in your lives didn't bring you to where you are today, so why would you change anything? You have one thing in my life that I would change, and if you guys know my story, you know that how I would change that and why. Everything else I would keep exactly the same. Yeah, my wife and I are going to be celebrating our 30th this coming February. 30 years. Appreciate that, Big T. Appreciate that. Since when I've been 3D printing? I've been 3D printing for about 8, 9 years, 10 years, something like that. I didn't actually start getting into it as a heavy hobby and or business until the last couple of years. Yours was on April 4th. Nice, nice. No, as much as I have always wanted to, change things and go, well, I really wish that I could go back in time and get, do this or do that and do the other. There's only one thing that I would really want to do. and that would be save my daughter. Everything in my life, that's the only thing I would want to do. It's the only thing I would change. Yes, I do sell them online, and fortunately right now I can't ship outside of the US. I would really like to, but shipping fees are so outrageously high that if you bought a $100 model from me, it would cost almost twice that right now to have it shipped to France. So it'd be a $300 US expense. And I can't justify charging anybody that rate unless they absolutely demand it and they give me a payment method that can't be reversed. Because I can't take that chance. Big T, yes, I've heard of Kind Ping You. Yes. I know Kai Ping very well at this point, and I'm very thankful for the short drop, the Instagram drop, what have you. So this has been going on for about 3 months now, and it's been amazing, the growth. We're over 74,000 now on Twitch. Between Instagram, which is over 40,000. Or 48,000, YouTube 12,000 plus, TikTok almost 30,000. I mean, all that, not all of it, but the majority of that growth is from that video. And the only thing that I need is to be able to create content that keeps people coming back. And that's been the big stressful part for me, because not everybody enjoys this type of stuff. Not everybody enjoys the gaming. And if I get into US, stories and stuff like that, not everybody from outside the United States enjoys that either. So I'm trying to find this is my happy medium of what I want to do. And if people stick around, all the better. If they don't, I am so sorry. So, one of the funny thing is the one of the funny things, everybody, is I get yelled at all the time. Why don't you play this video game? Why don't you do this? Because I don't enjoy those things. I like to play PUBG. I like to play Monster Hunter Wilds with my kids. I like to play my kids, which are almost all adults. I have my youngest is going to be 18 this year. My oldest is going to be 30 or 29. 29 this year? Yeah, 29. Well, I appreciate that, Big T. I appreciate that. Heidi Hiddle is always multitask modding. By the way, Heidi, what is going on with Winning? I have not kept up on anything that's going on because I've been so busy, but I've noticed that he hasn't been streaming. Is he going through a crisis again? Does an intervention need to happen? Play for Africa wants me to stretch. Give me just a minute, my friend. Adaxium, yes, because this is my channel and I do what I want. I mean, if you're not doing what you enjoy in front of people, then you're not going to enjoy anything else. I mean, I was told that I should play this game or that game or the other, and they're really not my type of games. I was told that I should do this type of maker content, and I'm like, no. God, let me go find out. I'm not paying attention to anything. Oh. Came off. It was pretty beautifully. See, this is the problem we've got with older printers. Let me stop it. Yeah, that was my fault. I just remembered I was messing with some of the settings, and yeah, I'll bet you if I look in here, the volumetric pressure on this is way too high. It needs to be 18. That's my bad. Don't worry about it, Big T. Don't worry about it. Let's see, settings overrides. Let's check on a few things. Cooling. All right, let's save that. The volumetric pressure is the speed that it actually spits out filament. And in certain circumstances, that could actually be beneficial to go faster. Not in this circumstance. You know, Pokemon is a hobby that a lot of kids do, and I've never understood it, but I've stopped begrudging people for it. Now, one of the things that I'm going to want to change here there we got 6. Okay, that should be fine. Volumetric speed. And then a Pikachu pops up. A random Pikachu. Do I like what? Do I like Ghostbusters? Absolutely. I love Ghostbusters. I mean, to each their own. This is going to get resliced. And I'm not even going to bother with this for right now, guys. We're going to save this project. And I will start it in the morning. That way, I can better keep an eye on it because it's going to be a little bit late in the evening here for it. So, save that. Replace the other one. So let's switch back to the 5M. And just so everybody knows, that particular print has 6 hours, 48 minutes to go. So, that said, let's just bring me up here so you guys can see me. You know, I'm the most important thing here. Just kidding. You guys are. You guys are the most important things. Cheeky, thank you. Cheeky Breaky. Senpai. I actually used to have a gamer buddy of mine named Cheeky Breaky. We played New World together. Excuse me. But I really do appreciate everybody being here. But I can tell you this, my neck and my back are starting to hurt to the point to where I'm probably going to need to shut this down here very shortly. But man, we've got a lot of people here tonight, which is awesome. We got 14 right now, I think, over on YouTube, and about 25 or 30 over on the Twitch side. And I just want to keep growing that. So guys, stop back by. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern is when I stream the maker stuff. I stream game day, no matter what day it is. Check Twitch. Twitch.tv/Captain Kern at noon Eastern. That is when I switch. You got to go, Big T. Oh, I appreciate you being here. That's when I stream on Twitch for game streams. So I think we're going to go ahead and call it for now, guys. I want to thank everybody for being here. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I'm out of here. I need to go take some painkillers, something. Tylenol. I don't know what I'm going to take. Later, everybody. Adaxium. Your dragon's gonna be sent out first of next week.